Do you know what I love the most about what I do, apart from the amazing healing stories that we get day in and day out? The sort of healing stories that the mainstream medical system never get. And that is getting to know and becoming often good friends with my absolute heroes. And not only speakers and influencers and whatever, but the people that I meet at live events who come along as participants. I've got some great friends from those, and got some new heroes as well. It's amazing who you meet at them. We had a conference, the War on Health, that I organised with my good friend Ben Hunt, and we staged that in January, and it was so good. It was a one-day event. We decided to come back bigger and better and do it on the 30th and 31st of this month, March 2024. And it's a two-day event this time, and we got more speakers. And I'd just come along to it. I'd love to meet more of you, get as many there as possible. There's absolutely nothing like a live event. You can listen to these people on YouTube and whatever, but meeting them is a whole different experience. The venue is Cliff College in Colver in Derbyshire in the beautiful Peak District. And it's a great place to stay and hang out with these people. So I'd like to whet your appetite by running through some of these amazing people and introducing them to you. Excuse me, a little. I don't want to give too much away because you want to come and hear them speak and hang out with them. So, well, firstly, there's me. I'm going to be speaking. I'm Phil Escott. I wrote the book Arthritis, the Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me. And I run the bigfatchallenge.com with my good friend Ben Hunt as well. And my story of reversing psoriatic arthritis and whatever is pretty well documented on this channel. So I won't go into too much of what I'm going to talk about, but I'll talk about the problems with the medical system that I faced and how I managed to rid myself of this crippling ailment and why it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because here I am doing this now. Marvelous. Ben Hunt. Now, my good friend Ben Hunt is so knowledgeable on regenerative farming, the history of diet. My God, the research this guy does is absolutely incredible. He's going to be talking on the worldwide health scam. And Ben is also the best writer I've ever met. I thought I was a good writer till I met Ben. But he was the guy who put the words together, and I was one of the contributors with some other friends of ours, Graham Norbury, John Gusty, Jeremy Ayres. And the books, I read Pill Revolution, that was sort of 5-star reviewed, and the next one, which, hang on a sec, is here. And we finally got it out in print. And it is the Red Pill Food Revolution. And Ben put this together. It's a masterpiece to be shared with all your friends and relatives of the history of how we've been fooled about diet over the centuries, maybe even millennia, going right back to the dawn of time, if that actually happened. Yeah, so if you want some signed copies of that, come along too. But yeah, Ben's talks are always great. They're just fascinating journeys he'll take you on. Next up, we've got Dr. Ahmad Malik. We're so honored to get Ahmad. Ahmad's become a great friend of mine since I was on his show, and I got him on my Red Pill Buddhas podcast as well. Ahmad is an orthopedic surgeon, or at least he was. Very, very successful in his career. My apologies, there's an alarm gone off. Yeah, he was absolutely destroyed by the medical system. His career was, and he's come up like a phoenix rising from the ashes, and got the most amazing podcast and Substack and what would look him up, sign up to everything he's done. And he will be talking on exactly what happened to him and what went wrong. How the medical system has treated him is absolutely appalling. Ahmad's a fabulous character, lovely to hang out with, and he's hilarious too. So enjoy his stuff. Um, Next, we have Andrew Scarborough. Now, Andrew Scarborough, his story is out there, here and there. I first met Andrew about 2015 at a talk I was doing with Jack Cruz in London. And he wasn't so far into his journey, but now he's 11 years out, I believe, now from a glioblastoma diagnosis, which is like a few months and you're dead. His story is heartbreaking, inspiring. I mean, what he did and the stuff that he went through to do his own research and heal himself in the middle of such a disturbing diagnosis really has to be heard. And now he looks way younger than he is. He's really healthy. He's absolutely fine, and he has been making great waves himself in the cancer research field. So you're going to love that one. And next up, Dr. Zofia Clements from Paleomedicina in Hungary. She's an absolute hero of mine, and she's become a great friend since she spoke at our Carnival conference in Spain in 2019. And honestly, Zofia, I can't say enough about Zofia and what she's doing out there in Hungary and for people around the world. Their PKD, Paleolithic ketogenic diet, very, very low carb, pretty much all meat diet usually, high fat, is doing wonders for people surviving, reversing their cancers, autoimmunity, everything. I've picked up so much knowledge from Zofia over the years, and she has helped me personally and my missus. She's lovely, and their results are incredible. So she'll be joining us on Zoom. I wish she was there, but to meet her, you'll have to come to our Spain retreat later in the year. I won't go on about that this time. That's going to be amazing too. Yeah, Zofia, absolutely wonderful results. Genius. Yeah, love her. She'll be joining us via Zoom. So come and check that out. She will also be talking about the amazing obstacles she has from the system to be doing what she's doing. And her talk will be called The Crime of Helping People Survive Brain Cancer. Yeah, crime really, isn't it? But there we go. Next up is Richard Smith, Keto Pro. Now, Richard has the most amazing story. He was like 100 pounds overweight, diabetic, could hardly climb the stairs, covered in acne, all sorts of issues. And I don't know if anybody watching this has ever seen pictures of him when he ended up turning it around so much that he ended up winning bodybuilding competitions, lean, ripped. But by his own admission, that is not the healthiest state to be in. So now he's training for triathlons and all sorts. He's not quite as muscly as he used to be, but incredible shape. Not only that, but he is one of the most knowledgeable people I know on biochemistry and the functioning of the body and exactly why we get better from these modalities that we employ. And he's going to be talking on the health secrets that saved my life. You'll enjoy that. Come and hang out with Richard. He's lovely. He's great to get on with too. He's a lovely guy. Next up is Dr. Sarah Pugh. Now, Sarah Pugh, she spoke at our last one in January. And Sarah will take you on all sorts of journeys because she knows more about the whole field of quantum biology and whatever, all the light, water, magnetism, deuterium, which she spoke a lot on last time. This time, I think she's going to be speaking more about light, quantum cardiology, and hopefully a little bit about why, the ways that we're told to heal, and being inside a hospital, for example, with all the blue light and EMFs and all that, probably the worst place to heal. But Sarah is wonderful. She's got many skills. She was actually even a stage hypnotist at one time. And she also has an incredible sense of humor. She has a certain delivery that really amuses me. It's just so straight-faced and deadpan. And yeah, I love Sarah. She's great. Can't wait to see her again. And last up, and by no means least, is Stephen Thomas. Coach Stephen on YouTube and whatever, the UK Carnivore. Stephen has had a very interesting life. Stephen has been a body double, stand-up comedian, all kinds. But in his time, he tried to do the right thing, eat all the right stuff, do all the right thing. And it's still got him into terrible trouble. Horrendous coronary artery calcium score, very, very, very unwell, lots of issues. And now, I mean, I think I don't look too bad for coming up 62, but you wait till you see Stephen, you will not believe that he's 60 this year. He's certainly doing something right, or probably a hell of a lot of things right. Stephen will be talking on, I mean, like Richard, he is so knowledgeable on all the real deep science of all of this, which I'm not. I just kind of know what to do. But Stephen really understands all of this stuff. And also, as a phlebotomist, he understands bloods, and he's just written a book on that. And so come along and get that signed too. Get a signed copy of that. He's going to be talking on blood tests, what your doctor doesn't know could hurt you. Some of the interpretations of blood tests are very confusing for people, and the GPs are not interpreting them right, particularly if you're on one of these type of healing protocols that we do. So come along and see Stephen too. All of these people will be there. There'll be plenty of time to hang out with them as well, because it's a 2-day event. There's a load of breaks. There's the evenings. There's nothing like coming into and meeting these people. It's so inspiring. If you have a health condition, or if you're interested in this, or if you're even a practitioner, please come along and learn so much from these incredibly inspiring people. Now, there's a link below to book, and there'll be all the details of the venue and the speakers, all of that kind of thing. There'll be prices for the event. There'll be prices whether you stay or whether you don't. Staying there are rooms there at Cliff College, and you can book one of those. Just let us know and pay the appropriate amount. And yeah, so there's all the details there. Plus, not only that, if you click that link, you will find full interviews with these guys, all of them, on my Red Pill Buddhas podcast, all linked off that page. So, if you want to get deep into these guys, if I've whet your appetite a bit there, well, check them out. But nothing like hanging out with them, nothing like hanging out with them at all. So it's a beautiful location, great food, amazing company, and loads of new friends to be made. I don't think there's a better way to spend Easter. Come along, and but come along. We will not be recording this. We won't be recording it or streaming it. There'll be no recording allowed there either, because we want these speakers to be able to speak absolutely freely and talk about things that they might be censored for elsewhere, like Ahmad Malik has been. So if you want the sort of deep story of his, particularly, and what's happened, which gets him banned everywhere, come and see him speak. So I hope to see loads of you there, and I hope that you make loads of new friends. You meet people and they become your heroes like they're mine, and I can't wait to meet you. So hopefully I'll see you Easter weekend, 30th and 31st of March, Derbyshire, Peak District, UK, for the War on Health 2. See you then.